Hello everybody, my name is Local Villain, and welcome back to the MU Dive. If you don't know what the MU Dive is, I take on this giant fucking list of music in no specific order other than the wheel, and I review them in that order. So let's get right into this. I know it's been a while, it's been almost like a week and a half or so since I've done the last video, but I've been busy, and I'm not going to sit here and explain myself. I know you guys want to hear my thoughts on Weezer's Blue album, which is really exciting because I have a lot of thoughts on this band that, aren't wholly unique, but, I want to preach them on my soapbox. So let me do it, starting now. This album has fun riffs with lyrics and a voice that you just can't help but sing along to. Rivers Cuomo has the perfect voice to sing along to because it's not like he's so bad it's embarrassing listening to him, and it's not like he's so good you feel embarrassed trying to sing with him. It's not like he's even trying to make himself sound cool. He sounds honest and genuine, and this sounds like an album that he made with a bunch of friends about some of their experiences, either what it was like growing up in high school and being a loser, or just being around people who are generally boring. This album kind of nails that familiarity that most people feel when they're around their friends. Right? I think of Weezer, or at least when I think of this album specifically, not Weezer as a whole, I think of hanging out with my friends at a party, or just like there's four of us on a couch doing absolutely nothing and we're bored out of our minds. This album perfectly encapsulates what it's like to be in a friend group filled with people who kind of do nothing but complain all day and hang out and play video games. It's a really unique experience that I think only this album can touch on. The choruses in this record are bar none. I don't think anything can top Holiday, Say It Ain't So, the Undone song. Even some of the deeper cuts on this record are probably some of the most catchy and memorable tunes I've ever heard in the rock genre. I dare even say in music in general. So now that I've spent some time praising this record, I do kind of want to bring my aha moment to the table that this is a goofy record. It's very funny, it's charismatic, it's trying not to say anything too serious, and the fact that people will stand on this hill and defend this album like it's the Declaration of Independence is hilarious to me. It's a record of a bunch of dudes making some goofy ass fun to listen to music, and people pretend like it's Beethoven's Fifth Symphony or whatever. I don't know classical music like that. But you get what I mean? I don't think this record even is asking to be defended for like that. So when I see people on subreddits or on different forums or on Discord or wherever community you like to talk about, just defending this record being like the best, it is the pinnacle of 90s rock and blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, the record doesn't even need that compliment. I think it's fine on its own. I think people know it's a fun record. I think most people and their grandma can sing Say It Ain't So, right? So, chill out. I really don't have a decent segue to the next point. I just kind of wanted to say that and get that off my chest. And there's really no place in the review to kind of get into it and then get out of it smoothly. So I thought I'd just kind of put it right there, smack dab in the middle. But either way, going on to some other topics I wanted to cover about this record. A lot of people like to shit on this band and like to say it's like virgin loser music, especially if you're talking about Pinkerton, which is on this list, by the way, so I will be talking about it at some point. And maybe if the wheel gods are funny today, they might even make it the next album I review. I don't think this album deserves to get dunked on like that. I want to remind all of you watching this video, if anybody plays any of these songs at the function, motherfucker's gonna start jamming out. I'm just keeping it real with you. If any of these songs get played at the party, people are not gonna complain. No one's gonna go, oh, this is virgin music. They're gonna go, fuck yeah, Surf Wax in America? Fucking turn that shit up. You know what I mean? And I think it's even funnier when you think about the lyrical content of this record, because I don't think he purposely, Rivers Cuomo I'm talking about, made it sound so out of touch, but it sounds a little out of touch. It sounds like a bunch of basement-dwelling dweebs who are trying to experience the real world, and they realize just how lame it can be or how boring and stale everyone actually is. And probably one of my favorite lines in the whole record is, "I want a girl who will laugh for no one else." I think that is endlessly hilarious, of just wanting this woman who is almost completely alive just to be with you, right? She's not allowed to have a personality. She's not allowed to laugh at anybody. She can only wear makeup when you're around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's only there just to be your girlfriend. And I think that is hilarious. I don't think it's intentional that he's trying to be, like, weirdly sexist in a way, but I think he's like, we're a bunch of losers, and we want this perfect, almost supermodel Playboy bunny girlfriend that we know we can't get. Which brings me to a point in this record where I think it takes the perspective of being an outcast extremely well. It's very easy to make a record where you're just complaining all day about how no one gets you and how everyone's so weird and blah, blah, blah. And people go, you just sound lame. You just sound like a fucking loser, right? But Weezer, they take this idea and they go, yeah, but we're fun losers, right? We get the joke. We laugh. We hang out. We're just like you. But we think we're better than you in a weird way. I mean, Weezer sounds like they make music for that type of people. I mean, look at every Weezer fan, like hardcore Weezer fan. Like, I'm a Weezer guy. Right? I like Weezer, but it's not like my band. But when you ask people who that's their thing, I mean, half the songs are just about them. You know what I mean? There's so much relatability in this music that it just attracts that type of people, which is kind of where that stigma comes from, that Weezer fans are the worst. Dude, the songs are literally fucking about them. What more do you want? This is an endlessly fun record. Probably one of the most memorable and recognizable albums of the 90s, and dare I say, of all time. I think most people in America can spot out at least 3 songs on this record and go, oh, I know that word for word, bar for bar, play it, let's go. I mean, it's pretty easy to praise this thing to high hell. I mean, I really don't have too many critiques. It's just a super, super fun record. I'm going to give this a solid 9 out of 10. Borderline 10 out of 10. I just think it's, like I said, endlessly fun. Nothing can really compete with the notability of this record. Every moment is just, laced with something funny, something catchy, something memorable. That's the review. Time to turn this camera around and get to the wheel to pick the next album on the MU Dive. Let's go. All right, welcome back to the desk. Take a look at this big old fucking list, and boom, it is gone. Time to find out what category we're tackling next. Fucking jazz. Fucking jazz. Holy shit. I'm excited. Let's go. Now we are going to spin the jazz wheel and find out what jazz record we're going to listen to. A3. Let's find out what A3 is. The fucking font on this goddamn list is so small, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it says, so give me a minute. Okay, finally found it. It is Brilliant Corners by the Leonis Monk. I know fucking nothing about this record, but I do like jazz, unlike a lot of my contemporaries, so I will be giving this record a lot of love, and hopefully I will be able to actually get a review out at a decent time. Once again, sorry for the wait, but I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.